Good morning, everyone. Or I should say also good afternoon and good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to ICDE 2020, the first ever virtual ICDE conference. I'm the General Co-Chair, Bhavani Thuraisingam, and I welcome you together with my co-chairs, Elena Ferrari and Rao Kotagiri. So the evolution of ICDE 2020. Since its inception, and that was 36 years ago in 1984, the ICDE conference has become a premier forum for the exchange and dissemination of data management research among researchers, practitioners, developers, educators, and users. So we wanted to continue along with this tradition and host 36th ICDE in Dallas, Texas, in person from April 20th to 24th, 2020. Unfortunately, we had the world pandemic, COVID-19. And therefore, it's extremely unfortunate that we are unable to host this very prestigious event face-to-face. Nevertheless, the very hard work of the entire organizing committee, the IEEE Computer Society, the ICDE Steering Committee, and the ICDE Technical Committee, and also the authors and presenters and our student volunteers, we have been able to put together all parts of the conference and host this event virtually. And as I said, the first time in the history of ICDE. So we will be holding all the events online, April 20th through 24th, and that's USA Central Daylight Time, which is also Dallas, Texas time. We welcome you to this virtual meeting, ICDE 2020. So we have a very exciting program that's lasting 5 days. Yesterday, April 20th, we had the workshops and they were very successful. And today we start the main conference, and we'll be having this conference for 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And April 24th, that's Friday, we will be having the Women in Data Science Day. And that is called WIDS, Women in Data Science, as an ambassador to Stanford University's WIDS. It's taken the entire world to make ICDE 2020 happen. And there are many people I have to thank. Our research program chairs, Dimitrios Gounopoulos, Murat Kantajulu, and S. Sudarshan, they worked really hard, night and day, to make this conference happen, and I thank them. I also have to thank many others, our industry program chairs, Surajit Chowdhury, LV Venkat Subramaniam, Jingran Zhao, workshop chairs, Chris Clifton, Mohammed Mokbel, panel chairs, Meikang Chiu, Anna Scutierini, tutorial chairs, Jayant Haritsa, Bana Kalagoraki, TKDE poster chairs, Bin Kui, Donatella Famani, Latifa Khan, demo chairs, Junette Akora, Angela Bonifati, Dacheng Chatau, PhD symposium chairs, Feng Chen, Latifa Khan, Jeffrey Zhu Yu, finance chair, Yan Huang, sponsorship chairs, Lei Chen, Selchuk Jandan, and Sharan Mehrotra, publication chairs, Shushin Chen, Karuna Joshi, publicity chairs, Li Jun Chang, Mohammad Al Hassan, and Bin Yang. And all those local to Dallas, registration chair, Wei Wu, Women in Data Science Day chairs, Latifa Khan, and myself our web chair, Aparna Srivastava, and our local arrangements chair, Rhonda Walls. Rhonda kept the entire conference together. She was central to the conference and worked with our program, especially our research program chairs, and they did a really great job in making this conference happen. As I said, it took the world to make ICDE 2020 happen. We have to also thank many others, IEEE Computer Society, ICDE Steering Committee and ICDE Technical Committee, our session chairs, and all our student volunteers, and of course the authors and presenters and all of you, the attendees. And as I said, special thanks to Ms. Rhonda Walls, who was central to organizing this conference. And we would like to thank our sponsors for staying with us, because it was really a difficult situation, because when we found that we could not have an in-person ICDE in Dallas, Texas, we first wanted to postpone to the fall, but we didn't know what the situation would be in the fall. Then we decided, yes, we will go ahead and have this conference. So our sponsors, if we had had this conference in person, the sponsors would have been here in Dallas to meet with all the participants, and unfortunately they were unable to do that. So we had the Alibaba Group, Qatar Computing Research Institute, 2 Sigma, UT Dallas. We thank all of them for staying with us. And then of course the Data Engineering Technical Committee and the IEEE Computer Society. However, what we have been able to do is, for our gold and platinum sponsors, we've been able to organize some presentations given by them at ICDE 2020 before and after the conference days. So our gold sponsors, Alibaba, will be going tomorrow, Wednesday morning, April 22nd, from 7 to 8 a.m. Central Daylight Time, the United States Central Daylight Time. And the Qatar Computing Research Institute will be giving their presentation April 23rd, that's Thursday, from 7 to 8 a.m. Central Daylight Time. And our platinum sponsor, the University of Texas at Dallas, they will be giving their presentation Wednesday, April 22nd, that's tomorrow, from 4 to 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So please make note of it. And this is going to be before the conference starts and then after the conference ends in the evening. So once again, I welcome you to ICDE 2020, and I really hope you enjoy this conference. And at this time, I would like to turn it over to the program co-chair, the research program co-chair, S. Sudarshan, to give you some information about the technical program. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhavan.
Welcome, everyone. And thank you very much, Bhavani, for a nice summary of what has happened so far in terms of organizing the conference. I'm now going to go into a little more detail on the program committee, the research track in particular side of things. So I'm presenting this talk on behalf of myself, Sudarshan from IIT Bombay, and my PC co-chairs, Dimitrios Gunopoulos from the University of Athens and Murat Kantashioglu from the University of Texas, Dallas. So the research track had a huge number of people contributing in terms of evaluating the papers. We had 24 vice chairs, and there is a list which you see on the screen. It's a little too long for me to read out individually, but every one of them has contributed a lot, spent a lot of time on figuring out which papers should be in and which should be out, based on the reviews of 211 PC members. And that list is even longer. There's no way I can even show it on a single screen. You will note that the vice chairs are from all over the world, as also our PC members. So this pie chart here tells you where our PC members are from. You'll note that about 1/4 are from the United States, about 11 and odd % are from China, and then there's a distribution amongst many other countries, including Hong Kong, Australia, Germany, UK, and so forth. So it's a truly international program committee. Now, we are not able to individually thank each of the PC members. However, there have been a lot of PC members who have taken extra interest and given very good reviews for papers. And to recognize these PC members, we had a system of reviewer rating done by vice chairs. And we took the reviewers with the highest average rating and cross-checked their reviews to make sure that there were no glitches in the ratings. And in fact, there were no issues. And the winners of the Outstanding Reviewer Award, you can see their faces here. And if you want to know their names, which I'm sure you do, here they are. We have Umar Farouk Minhas from Microsoft, Ismail Ukid from Snowflake, Gabriel Ginita from UMass Boston, Werner Nutt from Free University Bolzano, Costas Zumpatianos from Harvard, Aibo Hu from Hong Kong Poly, and Sven Helmer from the University of Zurich. Of course, these are not the only ones who did excellent reviews. We were not able to name and thank and give awards to everyone who contributed. But there were many others, and we are very happy with the fact that many reviewers who we could not give the award to also had very high ratings. Now, here's the part which authors are always most interested in, which is the paper submission and acceptance rates. So this year we had 568 papers after desk rejects of submissions which were not complete. And these were divided in two submissions. And the first round had 273 and the second round had 275. So roughly evenly distributed across the two rounds. And out of these, we had full accepts for 129 papers, or 22.7% accept rate. Again, these were divided amongst the two rounds as 63 and 66 papers, so it's roughly balanced in terms of acceptance rates in each of the two rounds. In addition to the full accepts, we had a number of papers which were accepted as short papers or poster papers, and there were a total of 55 such papers for 9.6% accept rate over and above the 22. And again, these were roughly evenly distributed across the two rounds. So ICDE continues to be a fairly selective conference, and we are happy that we have very good submissions. The number of submissions has probably increased a little bit from past years, although it's not drastically different. We also had the statistics for the other tracks here. In the demonstration track, 16 out of 39 submissions were accepted for 41%. In the industry track, 15 out of 57 were accepted. So we have 26% acceptance. We have 6 out of 10 tutorials, 14 out of 17 TKD posters, and 7 out of 9 submissions with PhD symposium accepted. Now, the TKD posters are basically extended abstracts of papers already published in TKD, which were not published at any conference earlier. So they get a chance to present at the conference. So in addition to an extended abstract in the proceedings, they will also have posters. And I'll tell you more about that in a minute. So here is statistics about the submissions and decisions by area. Now, these are broad areas which we used to tag, authors used to tag papers when they submitted them. And as you can see, data mining and knowledge discovery has by far the largest number of submissions at about 140. And a decent number of them were accepted either as full or as poster. And if you go down the list here, we have graphs, we have temporal, spatial, mobile data, we have query processing and optimization, database privacy, security, data science, distributed parallel and P2P data management, and so forth, all of which had a good number of submissions. And then there's a further long tail over there. Now this slide actually does show you the accept and poster percentages, but to make that more clear, we have a slide here which shows the acceptance rates by area. And if you see, the top acceptance rate is by modern hardware and in-memory database systems. This tells you something about what is happening in the field. There's been a lot of change in hardware in the last 5 to 10 years, and this is reflected in a lot of interesting papers coming out, and correspondingly, they're seeing a good percentage of accepts. Similarly, we have database technology for machine learning, that's a hot area, and machine learning for database systems. Both are very important today, and you can see that they have high accept rates. And high accept rates are also there in several other areas: strings, text, query languages, distributed parallel management, but some of these are a much smaller number of papers. Now here's another bit of statistic, which is where did the papers come from? And these statistics are based on the country of author as recorded on CMT of the contact author. So you'll notice that China has by far the largest percentage of papers at about 40%, and then comes United States at 16.6%, and then a variety of other countries, including Hong Kong, Germany, Australia, Korea, and so forth. And here is another way of looking at the statistics, this time not by submissions, but by number of papers plus posters accepted by country. And here you'll see that China again has the largest number of papers at over 60, and US comes next at nearly 40, 35 or so papers. And then again, there are a number of other countries, including Australia, Singapore, Denmark, Germany, and many others. I would like to now move on to an important part of this talk, which is the ICDE 2020 Best Paper Award. Before announcing the awards, let me tell you about the process. Each paper could be nominated by the reviewers and the vice chairs who manage that paper for the Best Paper Award. They had a checkbox to nominate it. Now we've looked at these nominations, papers which had at least one nomination, and selected the highest ranked ones from amongst these. And about 6 papers were selected, and we constituted a Best Paper Award committee which had 4 of our vice chairs, Jonathan Gorsim, Nikos Mamoulis, Srini Pathasarthi, and Ken Ross. Each of them was given these papers, each of them independently ranked the papers. Now in most cases, there is some disagreement and discussion in order to decide which is the best paper. But interestingly, in this case, all 4 ranked one paper as the top paper, and so the choice was unanimous. That says something about the paper. And that paper, the winner of the ICDE 2020 Best Paper Award, is Efficient Query Processing with Optimistically Compressed Hash Tables and Strings in the USSR. And this is by Tim Gubner, Victor Leis, and Peter Bonks, who are from CWI and the University of Jena. Congratulations, Tim, Victor, and Peter. They have won many awards for other papers, and this is one more in their stack of awards. And please note that this paper will be presented later today in the research session 06 on Query Processing 1, which is from 1:30 to 3 p.m. today. Now I want to say a bit more about the online program. We have a very exciting program ahead. We have a number of synchronous sessions, including 4 keynotes, one of which is coming up just after my presentation. We have 27 research sessions, 6 tutorials. I want to note that one of the 6 tutorials selected earlier withdrew at the last minute, but we had a bunch of authors of another tutorial who were willing to pitch in at the last minute. So tutorial 2 is on fairness in rankings and recommenders, and you will find more details on the program page. We have 3 industry sessions, 2 PhD sessions, and all of these sessions are 6-way parallel. It's more than what we initially planned, but we decided to do this so that the day will end early. There are people from the Far East who are staying up late already, and we wanted to not stretch their staying up more than what we could manage. So each day typically ends by around 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. We also have asynchronous sessions for the posters, demonstrations, and the TKD posters. It was not possible to have live presentations for all of them. In a normal conference, these posters are in a single session. You can walk around, browse posters, or view demos. Here too, you can do that, except virtually. You can view their videos as well as their presentations online. It's all linked from the conference webpage, which is available to registered participants. So please go through, browse. And if you have feedback or questions, there are ways to do that asynchronously. So please use it. The authors will really appreciate getting your feedback, and I'm sure they will reply to your questions. So all the online program details are available on the password protected site. You should have already got this with your registration email, and I assume that you opened this page and that's how you got a link to this Zoom session, which you are now attending. If anyone asks you how to do this, you can share the details with them if they have already registered. We have the Zoom number of registration limitations. We are not at the limit, but we would appreciate if you shared it only with registered participants. Now, the video talks for all asynchronous sessions are already available, as I told you. And for synchronous sessions, we will share it later, after the session, hopefully by the next day, but if not, soon after. Now, we are using Zoom for all live sessions. As you would have seen, participants are muted for this webinar session in particular. Please use Slack or chat to ask questions, and session chairs will pass on selected questions to the speakers. And also use Slack for all asynchronous interaction. Now you'll see Slack links. If you click on them, if you have not already registered for the IEEE ICDE 2020 Slack workgroup, you will not be able to see the Slack channels. So please first click on the link which is available on the password protected site to join the Slack workgroup, and only then click on the Slack links. So I also want to tell you a bit about what happened from the back end over the last few weeks. We had a very limited time to go online after the IEEE transaction. The Technical Committee on Data Engineering made a decision to take the conference online as opposed to what it was thinking earlier about postponing. Once it became clear that postponing would not be useful. So the time was very short, but we decided it made sense to do it as per the scheduled dates. And with help from all of you, we could make it happen. In particular, we want to thank the authors and the speakers who all scrambled to put together your talks. In particular, the tutorial speakers had much longer talks to put together. We also like to thank the organizing committee members who scrambled to make these things happen, and all the student volunteers. There's a lot of other back-end work. We had to collect and organize videos, presentation, and so on, which doesn't usually happen in an offline conference. And Google Sheets and Forms plus Microsoft CMT saved the day. As part of this, we also learned a lot about how to manage Google Sheets, including my favorite, the VLOOKUP function to look up things from across sheets. So what we realized at this point is that we are really running a whole database application from within a spreadsheet. So we can make it happen, but it would be nice if somebody takes this up and treats it more as a database viewpoint rather than a spreadsheet viewpoint, which would make life easier for putting these sort of things together. We also had to learn how to run a conference on Zoom. Most of us had probably never used Zoom before. And we'd like to thank the IEEE team, Patrick Kellenberger and Steve Woods, who had training sessions and supported us. Now, all this work, we hope would have a very good payoff. And in fact, we have 2,000 registered participants, which is about 3 to 4 times the number of registrants in previous years. So it'll be nice to reach out to a much larger audience than we normally do. We hope you have a very good online experience. So we hope you enjoy the conference. We will soon have the first keynote talk by Johannes, but we have time for a few questions about the conference before we move on to Johannes. Please feel free to use chat to ask questions.
Ralph raised his hand to ask a question, I guess.
Yes, it looks like we have one person who raised the hand that he has a question. 2 participants have raised hands.
Yeah, whoever raised hands, we request you to type your question in the chat so we can see it.
Or use Q&A. The Q&A button should also be available there.
There's also a question and answer button. You can ask your questions.
Eric Neuhold has a question. I'm going to, where did Eric go? Okay, there's a question from Inamul Haq. It says there are many research grad students who cannot attend because of the fund availability or paper publication. Can you keep at least 1 or 2 sessions free online every year? I think that's a nice suggestion. Maybe some of the keynotes, maybe if not online, they should be made available after the conference. And in fact, we will be doing it this year. Right now, these talks are all available only to registered participants, but we are going to make them available through 2 means. There will be a YouTube channel which will have it long term, but we also have a company called VideoKen, which is organizing these talks in an interesting way with features to search in the text which is there within the talks and to browse these talks. So we will be putting up a link to that as these talks come online. So please do encourage all your students who did not register in time to do this for this conference. And even if they registered, if the talks were at timings which were in the middle of the night, they can still see this.
Right. I would also like to add, as Sudarshan mentioned, yes, all of these presentations, the video presentations will be on the YouTube channel under ICDE, as well as the video links. So we will inform all the conference attendees by email when these video presentations are ready.
We have time for maybe another 1 question before we start the next session.
Also, I think Eric Neuhold wanted to say something. I think you can talk now.
Okay, hello. The TC chair of TCDE, and I actually want to thank all these people that have made this virtual conference happen. It was only 2 weeks' time since we decided to make it virtual, and I understand this tremendous effort to make this a beautiful conference. So I really want to thank, in the name of all the TCDE members, and maybe also future members that will join us, to the whole committee and everybody involved. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Eric.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And also keep in mind what we just said. I mean, maybe this is a good opportunity to have more people being able to attend these conferences for free or wireless or online and so on. You know, it's an experiment, and to see how it goes.
Yeah, we are happy that so many people have signed up now. This was the whole idea of making it free for everybody, and maybe they will get a taste to have the physical conference next year and join us then in probably, I think it will be in Greece, if I'm correct. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, at this point, it's time for the next session.